Well, hello there, and welcome back to the next Pokemon Yellow solo run. This one is going to be Blastoise. Fun fact about Blastoise is I've actually never used Blastoise in a playthrough before this. This is going to be my first time ever using it. So I will show Blastoise's moves right over here on the screen right now. And the one thing that's going to be good with this is we are going to start with Water Gun. Outside of that, its regular level up moves are not all that good, but it does learn several good moves by TM. It gets Mega Kick and Mega Punch, as well as Body Slam, which is amazing. It also gets Bubble Beam, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, and Earthquake, as well as, of course, Mimic, and then the wide other variety of moves. One good thing also about Blastoise is that it is going to get Surf. Now, this is going to allow us to have a good HM move for a water move, but once we do teach Surf, there's no going back. And of course, the reason for that is that there is no move deleter in Gen 1. Now, like I said, Surf is an amazing move, so even with 3 slots, we will have a great water move. So to go along with Blastoise's amazing moveset, there also is going to be very few battles that are going to counter us or hard counter us in this run. The most notable, of course, is going to be Lorelei, but we do have Earthquake and Body Slam as well as Mimic at our disposal, and then Misty. But also with Misty, of course, we can use the Bide strategy. So of course, we're going to name it X by pure accident, but let's go ahead and jump into the first rival battle. Luckily, we do have an amazing moveset to start out with. I say amazing like Water Gun is amazing, but we're going to go ahead and start with Water Gun. We're going to do about a fourth, roughly. We're going to hit it with a second Water Gun and bring it down to a little over a third. Hit it with a third Water Gun, bring it down to almost knocked out. Eevee brings down to 8, and then the fourth Water Gun takes it away. So with that being said, we're going to end up getting Flareon in the final battle, because we're going to skip the second rival fight. There's really no point in doing it. If we were to do it and win, then we would get Jolteon, and not only are we weak to Jolteon, but we don't need the extra experience from taking on the rival. We could probably go in this and beat Brock at level 8 or level 9, but we are going to train a little bit extra in the forest just so we can get some extra levels going into Misty. Misty's going to be really our first point of contention, but overall, she's not going to be that difficult. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the run right now. So, inside of Brock's Gym, we are going to fight the Junior Trainer just for a little bit more experience. After going through everything in the forest, we did get up to level 11. It's a little bit higher than what we probably could have done on it, but to be honest, with Misty being up next, we are going to need a little bit more HP bulk to be able to knock her out with Bide strats, which is really all that we can do, but we are able to one-shot both of his Pokemon. And then we're going to go ahead and start the encounter with Brock. Brock, of course, is a Rock-type user, and this is going to be the most easiest battle in this entire run. So Water Gun is, of course, a one-shot to Geodude. Shocking. And then we go to level 13, and he sends out Onix. We're going to go ahead and go with Water Gun again, and of course, it is going to one-shot the Onix. So with defeating Brock, we do get that done at 7 minutes and 36 seconds. So going into Mount Moon, I did make a slight error. I kind of had a moment and forgot that the item in the top right-hand corner is not the item I was looking for. So you'll see my surprise in just a few seconds as I pick up a potion, and then we're going to get the rare candy and the escape rope. But we are coming down here because we do want to get the Mega TM. And then we are going to immediately use TM01 to teach Mega Punch to X. So that will give us a good physical fighting move to go over Tackle. But at last second I changed it and decided to get rid of Tail Whip instead of Tackle. So going into the Super Nerd, this is going to be a pretty easy and straightforward fight. None of his Pokemon know any electric moves yet, though we could get hit with a Sonic Boom. I accidentally used Tackle against Grimer, and then we switched to Mega Punch, and Mega Punch does decent damage, just about a half. Blastoise is not as bulky attack-wise as it is special, so it's going to be a little bit of a downfall with it. We're going to hit Voltorb with a Water Gun and do about 2/3 hits with the Tackle, but we're still plenty healthy. And then we're going to hit a Bubble for the knockout, and then out comes Coughing. Coughing we're going to hit with Water Gun and do about 3/4. And then we're going to go for Bubble again for the knock. Oh, we're poisoned. Well, the next Bubble does knock it out, but we defeated the Super Nerd. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that poison. We pick up the antidote, thankfully, from the store. And then we're going to also use some potions to heal up before Team Rocket. And then we're going to pick up the Helix Fossil. Did I say Helix? I meant Dome Fossil. We switch in between them. Going to Team Rocket, it's going to essentially be the same thing as the Super Nerd. Not much of a variety right now. We did heal up to full just to make sure to be on the safe side. Water Gun is almost able to knock it out. Thankfully, no poison again. We only have one antidote left because I only buy 2. But we do grow to level 19. Out comes Meowth. Meowth, we're just going to hit with Water Gun. Almost be able to knock it out again. We're really close. If we were 2 or 3 levels higher, it would more than likely be a one-hit KO. But it's not a big deal at the end of the day. That critical hit so close to chalking it out. But we did get the tackle for the knockout, and then we've defeated the Rocket. And next we're going to jump straight to Misty. Going into Misty, my original idea was going to be the same as what it has been for other runs, which was to use Bide. However, with Blastoise learning Mega Punch, it seemed like it would be a better option overall to use that. The really only way that this can fall apart is if she uses X defense on her Pokemon. So out comes Staryu, X is going to give it to him, and we're going to hit him with a Mega... Oh, we missed again. We're going to hit him with a Mega Punch and almost knock him out with a critical hit, bring him down to literally like a 15th, and then Water Gun is going to knock out Staryu. We're going to go to level 21. Nice. Out comes Starmie, and then we're going to start straight with Bide. So Bide is just going to sit there and take it, but she uses X defense again, unleash energy and do nothing. We're going to go straight with Mega Punch and then barely do anything. It's completely laughable. We're going to use Water Gun and barely do anything again. I switched to Water Gun because she had boosted up her defense so high. At this point, I knew I just had to play the RNG Lotto and switch to Bide and then hope that Misty attacks rather than just using Harding. We were able to unleash energy and almost get the knockout with it being that low. I switched to Water Gun, and then we're going to be able to knock it out. And the next turn, hit it with a second Water Gun, and that was a little bit of a roller coaster of a battle, but we did grow to level 22, and we were able to defeat Misty. So now we are going to get Bubble Beam. We are going to immediately take Bubble Beam and give it to Blastoise. This is really going to help give our water damage output before we get Surf. Nice. Always good to get Bubble Beam and actually be able to teach it to a Pokemon. Going into Rival 3, it's going to be pretty much straightforward again. I know it's Blastoise, really don't have much. We're going to go straight with Bubble Beam. I was sitting there a little bit indecisive. What am I going to do? Am I just going to talk to myself? Is he on? Oh, there we go. We want Bubble Beam, and we're able to knock it out in one hit. Next out is Sandshrew, and then of course it's going to be a one hit with Water Gun because it's Sandshrew. And then comes out Rattata. Rattata, we're going to hit it with a Water Gun again. And then last out is going to be Eevee. Eevee we're going to hit with Bubble Beam because it is a little bit more bulky. But its Sand Attack luckily missed. And then Water Gun is able to knock it out for an easy victory. So normally we would get Charmander for both Dig and Cut. But we are actually going to teach Blastoise Dig until it gets Earthquake. We're also going to pick up the Elixir and the Ether. And I also picked up TM45. So next up is the Grunt. The Grunt is going to send out Machop. And then when Machop comes out, we're going to immediately hit it with Bubble Beam. Nice one at KO. We're level 26 right now. Out comes Drowsy. Drowsy's a little bit scarier because it does have Confusion. 69. Nice. We're going to use Water Gun. And then we're going to defeat the Grunt. And then after defeating the Grunt, of course, we get TM28, which is Dig. As I did say previously, normally we would get this Charmander, but because Blastoise can learn Dig and Earthquake, we're going to give Blastoise Dig. Now, there is a reason why we're going to do this, and if you're putting 2 and 2 together, you'll probably know. I was really trying to think here what I wanted to get rid of, and I ended up going with Bide. So before going to the SSAM, we are going to go shopping. Now, we're going to pick up recovery items and repels here. We're going to go with 3 repels, and then we are going to pick up 2 Paralyze Heals just to be on the safe side, and then we're going to pick up 6 Super Potions. 6 should be enough to get us through up until that. We want to also save money for vitamin. So after going on the SSN, we are going to get the TM for Body Slam, and then we're going to immediately teach it to Blastoise. I do also pick up the Rare Candy here, as well as the Ether, but we did cut that out just to have a little bit less time on the video, but we did do that. So we only fought the mandatory trainers to get the items, and then we're going to start up Rival 4. So Rival 4 is going to come out swinging with Spearow, and of course we're level 29, so we got a little bit of an advantage. We're going to go straight with Body Slam, boom, one shot, out comes Rattata, and then we're going to use Body Slam again, and one shot it yet again. Out comes Sandshrew. Sandshrew, we're just going to go straight with Bubble Beam. We do want to try to jump around and conserve moves because we don't want to run out of PP. At the end of the day, we don't want to heal because when we have to take our time to deviate away and heal, we're losing time overall. It doesn't seem like a huge inconvenience, but it does cost more, which is why we are switching back and forth between the moves we use. So we're going to rub the captain's back, as weird as that is, and we're going to go ahead and get cut, and that will allow us to teach that to Charmander, and then we're going to go jump right into Surge's Gym. So with Lieutenant Surge's gym, as we always do, we stop the timer. It's just that I don't have a modified cartridge that's automatically going to solve the puzzle. So we just want to make sure that the RNG that's associated with this part doesn't negatively affect the Pokemon itself, which, if you saw Venusaur, you might remember what happens when you get bad RNG. I did accidentally hit this trainer, but it does give us a time to go ahead and try out Dig. Magnemite's a little bit bulky, so we'll see how much this does, and Dig one-shots it. Of course, Surge's Raichu is going to be much stronger, but it's still going to be a super effective move. Now, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and let my good friend Coconut Mall take over, and see you all on the flip side when we get to Surge. Alright, so now that we have that roller coaster of emotions out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start the Lieutenant Surge gym battle. This one is a little bit scary because Lieutenant Surge, of course, is the electric type gym leader, and it might go south, it might go great. We're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to be level 30 entering this, and then we're going to start out with Dig. Sadly, Raichu does outspeed us, and of course, goes straight for a Growl. We more than likely would have been able to get the one shot, but it does not KO us with one Thunderbolt, and then we're able to hit with second Dig and take it down for a nice easy battle. Woo! So we are going to pick up the bicycle here. I have been skipping it in other runs that I've done, but we can get a rare candy on Bicycle Road, and it's much quicker. So picking that up is the best way to go. On my way to Rock Tunnel, I made a slight miscalculation, in case you can't tell. I was over a little bit too far to the right and ended up hitting the trainer. I had not healed. with Body Slam and was not able to get the one-hit KO, and it confused me. I went forward again and I hurt myself in confusion. But thank goodness the sleep powder missed. That was so scary. So yeah, we almost lost and would have probably had to reset. I hadn't saved in a while, but we did end up winning, didn't teach withdrawal, and then ended up healing. Crisis averted. So I do end up picking up the bike here before we go in. Like I said, I had skipped this on previous runs, but we are going to get it from now on because of how quick it makes it. And then we're going to enter Rock Tunnel. Rock Tunnel, I have one set thing that I am going to do. If I run into anything that is rock related, I will take it out with a really quick water gun or bubble beam just to get a little bit of extra experience. And then for the trainers, all of them that are mandatory, I will knock out. Of course, you know, we're going to be body slamming and digging and then using water gun or bubble beam on the ones that are weak to it. And then with the magic of video editing, you're going to see this Geodude. And then X is going to hit it with a water gun. And poof! Oh, look at that. We're out of Rock Tunnel. And then we're going to grab this, hit him right here because we really need this max ether. So we are going to skip going into Pokemon Tower right now. There's really no point to do it. If we were absolutely in urgent need, we could fight the rival there for a little bit of experience. But we are going to go shopping. We're going to pick up a few more Super Potions, 3 in this case. And then we're going to pick up some Escape Ropes. And the reason why is because we're going to end up getting rid of Dig off of Blastoise soon. We're going to sell some items here just to get a little bit more money to get it out of the way. After we're done with that shopping, we're going to head over to Celadon City and buy 2 Pokédolls, of course, so we can get the Mimic TM and then get rid of Marowak. And then here, we're going to end up buying 2 Fresh Waters instead of the usual 1. And the reason why is because the little girl over here. Now, this is the very first time I've done this, so I did go ahead and save just to make sure because I did not want to mess this up. But when we give her the Fresh Water, we end up getting the Ice Beam TM. And the Ice Beam TM is going to be a little bit like our secret weapon for Blastoise. We're going to be able to output more damage to types that we normally could before. So right here, of course, we're teaching it to it. And then we're going to override Water Gun. And it's just because we don't have any need for it anymore. I did take a little bit of a detour compared to what we usually do next. Usually I would go fight Erica. However, because we were here, I ended up buying 2 proteins. And I'm going to use these proteins on Blastoise. The reason why is because of Earthquake, which we're going to get later, and Body Slam. I could have waited, but I tried to dig out of here, so you know what? Let's see the stats and jump over to Erica. Erica should be pretty straightforward, so I say that, or water, and she's grass. I wonder how this could go. So X goes out, X starts with Dig, because I'm totally meant to do that, and it's not very effective. And then it hits us with that, hit it with Ice Beam, and we end up almost taking it out. So it still would have been a 2-hit regardless. We took a lot of damage. Second Ice Beam does knock it out. Next comes out Weeping Bell, and then we go straight for Dig because it's super effective. And it's sadly not enough to hit it, and hit it with a Razor Leaf. Okay, it happened. So thanks to my bad decision of using Dig to begin with, we now have our first loss on record, but we are going to come in here with a little bit of revenge. We're going to hit Tangela, almost knock it out, hits us a Vine Whip, does decent damage. Second Ice Beam connects and takes it out though. Weeping Bell comes in again, hit it straight with Ice Beam, not enough to one-hit KO it, but it thankfully misses Sunspore. Second Ice Beam hits, and then we go to level 35, next comes out Gloom, and then we're going to hit it with Ice Beam, and almost enough to one-hit KO it, but the Paralyzation does hit this time. Petal Dance hits us, and it almost knocks us out, but the second Ice Beam connects, and we're able to beat Erica. Nice! Loves it. So after getting the Rainbow Badge, we are going to go up to the secret house and get Fly. Fly just helps us get anywhere we need to go so much faster. It's just the quickest way to travel, and it's why we catch the Pidgey. We're going to teach Fly to Pidgey, and then as we exit out, we're going to go take on Rival Fivel. Rival Fivel should be a pretty straightforward battle. We're pretty over-leveled, level 35 versus level 25. Hit it with an Ice Beam, and of course it's a one-hit KO. It faints, comes out Magnemite. Magnemite gets one shot with Dig. Nice. And then we're going to bring out Shelter. Shelter we're going to go for Body Slam from, and it is able to survive because Shelter is just that tanky. A little bit of foreshadowing for Cloyster maybe? We'll see. And then next comes out Sandshrew. Sandshrew we're going to hit it with a Bubble Beam. We could have used Ice Beam, but we really want to try to conserve PP because we don't want to heal. And then last out is Eevee. Eevee we're going to hit it with a Bubble Beam. Almost enough to one-shot it. Hits us with Sand Attack. And then a Potion, but the second Bubble Beam is able to knock it out and we don't miss. Nice. Very, very good. Rival Fivel is out of the way. So we did pick up the rare candy and a few other items, so we're going to go ahead and skip those out and jump straight to Jesse and James with Team Rocket. There's just really no point to show everyone everything that happens in the tower. So here we go. So you're going to send out Meowth, X is going to come out, and we're going to hit it straight with an Ice Beam, and it is enough to one-shot it. Very nice. Next comes out Arbok. Arbok we are going to dig because it's super effective, and the dig is able to one-shot it as well. Last out is Weezing, and then of course we're going to do dig one more time, hit it, and enough to, oh no, it lives. Wow. So we're going to hit it with a Bubble Beam, and Bubble Beam is going to be enough to officially take it out and bring us up to level 37. Very nice. And then Team Rocket blast off again, and we are completed. So we're going to go through the Safari Zone next. Once inside of the Safari Zone, we are going to pretty much go straight to the very end. There is an obligatory rule that if we run into a Pinsir or a Tauros, we have to try to catch it, or a Chansey, just because of how rare they are. We're going to go through here, and really the only items that we're going to get are the ones that are going to be beneficial, such as the Full Resort and the Protein, as well as the Carbos. But go ahead and enjoy the music. I'll be back. So a little quick plug in here while we try to catch Tauros. If you are enjoying the content, make sure that you like the video and subscribe, or you can just leave a comment and tell me how I can improve. I do everything on my own. I'm trying to do this for fun, but it would be really nice to grow. The next goal is 1,000 subscribers. Once we do hit 1,000 subscribers, I will attempt to do a Pikachu only run. I'm saving that one because it feels like literal hell just thinking about it. Sorry for the language, I do try to keep it PG. But again, if you are enjoying it, I'm really glad that you chose to stand by and watch the video this far. Thank you so much, it means a lot. So with the Safari Zone out of the way, we are going to warp over to Saffron City, and we're going to sell some items really quick to free up some space, but also get a little bit more items that we're going to need, hopefully, for the rest of the game. This should be our last shopping trip, other than getting vitamins, and then, of course, getting the full restores before facing the Pokemon League. So we want to try to stock up as much as we can. All the extra TMs, we're going to try to get rid of those, and then the only thing that we're really going to keep is our PP restoring items. And then, as you can see here, we're going to pick up some extra pills. I picked up 3. I think moving forward, I should pick up 5. So once we enter Silphco, we really want to try to skip as much as possible. What we are going to do is we're going to go up straight to the elevator, and we're going to go up to, after I reference the guide, of course, because I don't have this memorized quite yet. We're going to go straight up to level 5, and the reason why is because we want to pick up the card key first. So we're going to immediately exit out. We're going to dodge all of the trainers that are voluntary. There's really no need to knock them out. We're good on experience. If we did end up struggling, we could knock them out, but we have to defeat this grunt regardless. He does have a pretty high level Arbok, level 33, but we are level 37. We're going to hit it with Dig, and then Dig is going to do massive damage. It's actually going to take it out with one shot, and that brings us up to level 38. After that, we're going to go ahead and run over here and get the card key. After getting our card key, we're going to take a little bit of a detour, though, with the magic of video editing again. We're going to pick up the Carbos, of course, and then we're also going to pick up the Rare Candy, and then we're also going to pick up Earthquake. And then we are immediately going to teach this to Blastoise. Earthquake is going to be a very, very good move, and X is going to love it. Really, really going to love it. We're actually going to get rid of Dig, which is why we got the extra escape ropes, because normally Charmander would have Dig. We're going to immediately give the Carbos to Blastoise, and then we're going to go on to the next part of Silph Company. So after going through the magic elevator, we are going to take on the rival. We are going to do a safety save just to be on the safe side, because this could go wrong. The rival does have some decent levels on us. the battle does start, and then first out is going to be Sand Slash. Sand Slash is a little bit scary because it's really high critical hit ratio. We're going to hit it with Surf though, and then Surf does end up one-shotting it. Next out is Cloyster. Cloyster is definitely the scariest one on the team right now because it has such high defense. It is the literal definition of a tank. We critical hit Earthquake, and it barely did a third. We are able to knock it out with 3 critical hits in a row, which is absolute madness. Next out is Magneton. We snap out of our confusion. We almost one-shot it, but he uses a potion, so we're going to take it out with Surf. Nice critical hit again. What is going on? Kadabra comes out, and then, of course, we're going to body slam Kadabra and get it out of here. And then next comes out Flareon. Flareon, of course, is weak to Surf. Surf takes it, almost one-shots it. It just hits it with a Bite, which isn't even that strong. And then we're going to Surf it and knock it out. And with that being said, we're going to level 41, and the next rival is down. Real easy fight, but Sand Slash is kind of scary if it were to get off a Slash and get a critical hit. Wow. So we are going to skip Jesse and James here. There's really no point, and we're going to go straight for Giovanni. With Giovanni, I did start out straight with Earthquake on Nidorino. I probably should have saved that for Nidoqueen, but that's okay. Next out is Persian. Persian we're going to hit with Surf, but it does get a critical hit bite on us first. We do almost knock it out, and then it's going to get off another bite, and then, of course, our Surf missed. So we're going to do a third Surf and knock out Persian, and then next out is Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn is going to go down to 1 Surf, of course. Critical hit not even needed. And then last out, after we learn Skull Bash, please don't learn Skull Bash. Please don't learn Skull Bash, is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, we're going to hit it with a Surf and do massive damage, almost enough to kill it, but it does bring out a guard spec, but the second one, hitting it with Ice Beam, is enough to take it out. With that being said, Giovanni is easily defeated. This is why we picked up our escape ropes as well, because we no longer have Dig on Blastoise. We are going to have to use an escape rope to get out of here. I'll see you at Koga. So going into Koga's gym, we're going to take my usual route, and we're going to knock out every single trainer. The reason why is because there are a decent amount of trainers in here, and overall they usually grant enough experience to level up 2, sometimes 3 levels, depending on what level we are. Right now we're level 42, which is really close to the Venonats and the Venomoth, but it still can be a little bit scary. So we knock out the first Juggler, and then we're going to go through and just knock them all out one by one, and it's just for the pure experience. Because there are so many battles, I am going to just showcase this last one. We're going to literally go through it and almost knock out Drowsy in 1 hit, which actually gives me a little bit of hope for Sabrina being able to knock out Alakazam with 1 hit with Body Slam. So we're just going to go through again. You Surf, almost knock it out. Next comes out Kadabra. Gonna hit it with a Body Slam. And then we're going to level 43. Very nice. Drowsy comes out. We're going to go ahead and finish it off with a Surf. And then last one out is his final Drowsy. We're going to go ahead and hit it with an Earthquake. And then that's enough to take it out. And with that being said, we're going to jump straight to Koga. So going into Koga, I am pretty confident that we're going to be able to beat him on the first time. X goes out. X is going to start out with Ice Beam. And it's not able to knock it out. Oh no. This might be a little bit harder than I thought. So Venonat does get off Sleep Powder first turn and put us to sleep. Luckily, it's just using Tackle, but it's slowly chipping us away while we sleep. And then we get hit with a Psychic. Doesn't really do all that much, though. We are able to knock it out with the second Ice Beam, though. Critical hit would have been nice on the first one. Second Venonat comes out. We're going to try an Earthquake, and Earthquake, even though it's super effective, is still not enough to one-shot it. So we're going to switch back over to Ice Beam, knock out the second Venonat. Very, very nice. Third Venonat comes out, and we're going to hit it with an Ice Beam, and it barely does anything. Oh, dear goodness. Earthquake is not even able to knock it out, and then it hits us with Sleep Powder. Hits us with Psychic down to 65 HP. Still asleep, but he just uses an X attack, and then hits us with Psychic again. We're down to 26. Hits us with Psychic again. Okay. Alright, so with loss number 2 out, we're going to go ahead and start Koga number 2 again. I made it boo-boo and did not heal. So, yeah. Hit it with Earthquake, barely does anything. And Venonat puts us to sleep again! Oh boy, hits us with Psychic, brings us down to 68. Still asleep and hit with Tackle, and I see the writing on the wall and decide that it's just time to end it. So we're gonna have to go do Sabrina first, sadly. Going into Sabrina's gym, I made the executive decision to go ahead and just go straight to Sabrina. We're going to skip every single trainer. I really don't think we're going to need them. We do have Earthquake and Body Slam, so we're pretty bulky. If we were to have lost, I would have came out and fought them one at a time. I did follow the guide because, I have the guide that shows me exactly where it is because I don't have it memorized anymore. Kind of, something I got to really work on. But we are going to do a safety save right before Sabrina to be safe. Might be foreshadowing. You never know there. Even though we are only missing 7 HP, we are going to heal just to be on the absolute safe side and then do, of course, our safety save. And then we're going to hop right into Sabrina. So with Sabrina, our one main strategy is going to be just hitting it with straight physical moves. All of her Pokemon have really, really high special defense because special is put into one stat in Gen 1. Kadabra is going to get off a Psywave, do really good damage, surprisingly. Earthquake is not enough to take it out, though. It hits us with Kinesis because the accuracy fall. Body Slam misses and it recovers. Miss again, X defense, Body Slam is not enough to take it out. Kinesis, again, this is really going downhill. Psywave does massive damage, holy moly. And then last out is Alakazam. I'm a little bit scared at this point. She uses X defense, we hit it with Earthquake, get a decent roll, and then hits a Psywave, barely does anything, completely laughable. Body Slam gets it down, Psywave, and then... Gosh darn it! Ugh. Alright, round 2 with Sabrina. We're not playing around this time. We're going to go straight in. No Kinesis. Come on, X, you can do it. Starts to flash and it misses. Body Slam is enough to one-hit KO Abra. Go into Kadabra. Kadabra are going to go straight for Earthquake and his attack miss. Almost knock it out with one hit. X defend, but I went for Body Slam. Body Slam takes it out. Last comes out Alakazam. It goes for Reflect. We hit Body Slam and it only does 3/4 because of a critical hit and paralyzes it. Pretty much have this in the bag. We do it with Earthquake and we have defeated Sabrina. Ooh, that was a good little adrenaline pump right there. I was not expecting to lose the first time, so it's really good that we did safety save. But with having Sabrina beat, now we're going to be at a higher level and we're going to be able to jump over and knock out Koga immediately. So we are able to use an escape rope in Sabrina's gym. It treats it somewhat like a dungeon. And poof, look at that. We're right back at Koga. Round 3, Koga sends out Venonat, and with Venonat out, of course, we're going to start straight with Earthquake. Earthquake is enough to one-shot the first one because we get a critical hit. Second Venonat comes out, Earthquake, and then, of course, it's going to be a 2-hit KO. It's going to do about 3/4 roughly. Second Earthquake does knock it out. Third Venonat comes out. We're on a nice hot streak. Earthquake hits it. Going to be a 2-hit KO. Sleep Powder connects, sadly. But we do wake up first turn. Psychic barely does anything. We hit it with Earthquake, and we are able to knock it out. And then Venom off. That's all that sits between us and this badge. It does go with Double Team. We hit it with Ice Beam, do a decent amount of damage, but that was a critical hit. So this is going to be a 3 to 4 hit KO. It's just a Psychic again, does a critical hit, but it just goes for Toxic the following turn. Ice Beam's able to knock it out. Very, very nice. GG. Our next expedition is going to take us to the Celadon Mansion. We're going to skip every single trainer in here and pick up items. Items are going to only be our main concern while we're in here. We're going to pick up this calcium, and then the iron, and then we're going to pick up the carbos. We're also going to pick up TM14, and then followed by the rare candy, and then of course we have to go back and hit the switch because of the way that it works. And then what's this? Oh, we're at Blaine. Wow. So Blaine sends out Ninetales first. X is going to go out, and then we're going to hit it immediately with Surf. We're going to use Surf, even though Earthquake would also be super effective because we have a slightly higher special. Rapidash comes out. We're going to hit this one with Earthquake, and then we end up getting their critical hit, and then we go to level 50. Very nice. Arcanine comes out, and then this is it. We're going to hit with Earthquake, and it's going to get a critical hit. It's not enough to take it down, but it is going to take itself down with Takedown. That was the perfect amount of critical hits to take out Blaine that quickly. Very nice. We are going to get a TM for Fire Blast, which is some nice easy money. Our last gym leader to take down is, of course, Giovanni. Giovanni should be pretty straightforward, but Persian can also be extremely deadly, and Dugtrio has a very high critical hit ratio. It's going to dig a whole first turn, of course, just with the bad RNG. It's going to hit us with Dig, and it's going to do massive damage because of a critical hit. Surf hits it. Maybe I'll knock it out, though. Next comes out Persian. Persian is the scariest part. Hits us with Slash. It does massive damage with another critical hit. Earthquake is a 2-hit KO. Its attack misses, but we are able to knock it out. Oh, wait, it lived. But Giovanni just used Guard Spec. Very nice. Next out is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is going to be our either Saving Grace or Denial. And it hits with Thunder and knocks us out. Okay. So round 2 of Giovanni, that one we lost just because of bad RNG, but it does happen. Sometimes it is a Pokemon game. It's going to hit us with Earthquake first turn, only do 40 damage, much better. But we are going to hit with Surf, and then we're going to be able to take it down in one hit, and then it comes out to Persian. We know Persian is going to be a 2, but more than likely a 3-hit KO. We did it with Earthquake, and we do just under half, or sorry, just over. Hit it with a second Earthquake, and a critical hit is enough to knock it out. Very, very nice. Next comes out Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen we're going to hit with Earthquake rather than Surf. It's going to be doing 3/4 this time. We got a really bad roll this time compared to last time, but Surf does knock it out. Go to level 53, Nidoking. Nidoking comes out, we're going to hit it with Surf, and then of course it's going to be a 1-hit KO. Very nice because it has lower defense. And then Rhydon comes out, we need to Surf. We cannot Earthquake. Its defense would be so high it would live, and then we've defeated Giovanni. Great job, X. So next up is the final rival battle before the league. With this one, there's only going to be one thing that's going to stop us, essentially, and it's Cloyster. We're going to start out with Sand Slash, use Ice Beam. It's going to be enough to one-shot it. GG. Goodbye, Sand Slash. And then comes out Execute. Going to do pretty much the same thing. Hit it straight with Ice Beam. Going to knock it out in one hit. Very, very good. And then we go to level 54. But now our Nemesis is out. This Cloyster is a literal tank. It looks at us, says, "Come at me, brah," and it just sits there and takes it. It does confuse us. Luckily, we're able to break through, but we're sadly not able to break through on this last one. We hit ourselves in confusion. Confused again, hit ourselves in confusion again. Gonna go for Ice Beam, hit ourselves in confusion a third time. Finally not confused anymore, and we hit it with Ice Beam. Very, very good. Next out is Magneton. Magneton is the second scariest one. Use Earthquake, and it's not enough to one-hit KO it, and it paralyzes us. Thundershock hits, does massive damage. Thundershock hits again, fully paralyzed the second time in a row, and just like that, we lost because of bad RNG. Attempt number 2 coming in hot. Rival's going to send out the Sand Slash. X, I believe in you. This is our time. Going to use Ice Beam, and of course, it's going to one-shot Sand Slash. That's a guaranteed. Execute comes out. We're going to hit it with Ice Beam, and then get another critical hit. We're never going to know if a non-critical hit knocks it out. Go to level 54. Cloyster comes out. This is where I did have a little bit of a thought that maybe we need to use Special, and I saw how little Special did with Ice Beam, but Surf hit it for massive damage. So we've learned our lesson now. With Cloyster, we have to hit it with special attacks compared to physical. We get off the Earthquake. It's not enough to knock it out, but luckily it doesn't paralyze us, so we are able to hit it with Surf and knock it out. Very, very nice. That could have gone downhill. Next out is Kadabra. Kadabra, we're going to hit it with an Earthquake, and it is enough to take it out in one hit. And last out is Flareon. Flareon, we're going to hit it with a Surf. Hope for the one shot. Not enough. Just shy, but it only uses Leer. Connect with a second Surf, and just like that, we defeated the last rival. Going into Elite Four, I have a game plan for nearly every single member except for one. One that's going to stand in our way. Lorelei. Lorelai's Pokemon counter Blastoise very, very harshly. Dugong is a tank. Lapras is a tank. Cloyster has insane defense, and we are a special attacker, so we're going to be limited to Surf and then potentially Blizzard. We want to try to save Blizzard, though, until we get further in the league. And then Jinx. Jinx, while not as strong, can put us to sleep and just thrash us about. Slowbro can also go downhill quickly because it can use its special boosters. So what we are going to do is, before starting the Elite Four, we're going to go buy our items. I wanted to get my physical attack up as high as possible because we already have good special. We don't really need it, but we're going to need that physical attack for items like Gengar and then hitting everything else. So I did make an error here, and I bought the items, and I should have saved beforehand. I bought 5 proteins, and X can only take 3. So, yeah. I was able to get the third one in, and then with the rest, I'm going to have to go through and sell them. And then I'm going to end up losing them. So I only have enough money to buy one more. But lesson learned, we're going to buy our Carbos, get a little bit of extra speed. That's okay, though. So we're going to give X the Carbos, get a little bit of a speed boost, and then we are going to move on to grab a TM. We are going to grab Mimic and trade in the Pokeball. We want Mimic so that we can learn a stat boosting move. Nice. So going into Lorelei, I am honestly expecting to lose this the first time, but we'll see if we can pull off a miraculous victory. Let's start with Dugong, and then of course we're going to get first turn rest, which is bad RNG. Earthquake didn't do much, but Surf did less. So we are really going to have to power through this. I'm trying to save the rare candies for a little bit later, so that we can reset it just so we can use the badge boost list if needed. But the issue is that we are such a low level, more than likely we're going to have to use them earlier than we would in other runs. We are able to almost knock out Dugong, but we have literally gone through almost all of our Earthquake PP. We do finally take it out though. Thank goodness. We are now level 55. Next comes out Cloyster. Cloyster, we already know we need to go straight with Surf because it's going to do more than what it would with using one of the other moves. I do try Ice Beam, hoping for a freeze. We don't get it, of course. We hit ourselves in confusion though because we're confused. Second Ice Beam connects, critical hit. Still nothing though. At this point, it's just kind of all falling apart. We really need to get it out of here as soon as possible. We are able to get rid of Cloyster. Slowbro comes out. Slowbro's pretty much the same thing as Dugong. We have to decide how we're going to attack this. So we go ahead and we use Surf. Surf connects, barely does anything, hits us with Psychic, doesn't really do a lot of damage though. We're going to hit it with Earthquake. Earthquake does an okay amount, but it uses Amnesia. At this point, because it's done that, we have to go with the physical attacks because the special is so high. but because of that, it almost knocks us out. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Amnesia goes again, and get hit with anything, we pretty much would have been knocked out. Jinx comes out, level 56, hit it with Body Slam, almost 1 KO, gets us Lovely Kiss and puts us to sleep, but it does double slap. And then, of course, critical hit. So we need to do Wake Up, we use Body Slam, and then she sends out Lapras. Lapras is standing between us and victory, hit Earthquake, and it barely does anything, and it confuses us. Earthquake connects, gets it down to half, but Body Slam connects and knocks us out. And Lorelei attempt number 2. So attempt number 2 is going to be the same thing, except for this time we are going to be level 55. Because we're at the end of the game and money's not an issue anymore, we are just going to let the losses continue to build up if we were to lose against Lorelei to get a higher level. We finally get the Earthquake to hit, and it almost knocks it out, but it goes to sleep. Again, Dugong is being Gandalf with us. He really doesn't want us to pass, does he? So we hit another Body Slam. We're finally able to knock it out. Next comes out Cloyster. Cloyster, we need to just hit it straight with Surf. We already know that Surf is going to be our go-to. Hits us with Spike Cannon, does a decent amount of damage because it hits 4 times. Second Surf almost brings it out. Next one will knock it out. Third Surf connects and knocks it out. Very, very nice. Low to level 56. Next comes out Slowbro. Slowbro, we know from the previous one as well that we can go either way. They're going to do about the same. It's just going to depend on what he uses. First Psychic connects and does good. Our special falls. Ooh, that's not good. Amnesia, it specials up. So now we have to use Body Slam. There's nothing that we can do. And it connects and knocks us out, sadly. Alright, Lorelei, attempt number 3. We're going to go in at level 56 this time. We have to get past Gandalf the White. We have to also make sure that we leave with enough PP. It's all going to come down to what Dugong chooses to do, and if it chooses to just rest constantly, it can't gatekeep us. Nice little critical hit there. 2 critical hits in a row, and we're able to knock it out. Next comes out Cloyster. We're going to hit it with Surf. It's almost enough to be within 2-hit KO range. If we were another level, maybe 2 higher, more than likely you'd be able to hit it with 2, but it is going to be a 3-hit KO. Confuse no more, hit it with Surf. Gets it down to almost knocked out, confuses us again, but we break through it and hit Surf again. Next out is Slowbro. Slowbro, we're going to start straight with Body Slam, but we hit ourselves in confusion, and then go straight for Amnesia. So Body Slam hits it, barely does anything. Hit it again, almost down to a half, but it hits us with Psychic and does massive damage, and the writing's on the wall. There's nothing that we can do at this point, and Slowbro knocks us out. Attempt number 4. I believe this time, and the music change has me wondering that this is really going to be it. X goes out, going to go straight with Body Slam. Doesn't do a whole lot, but good RNG. It starts with Takedown. Second Body Slam connects, but it goes to sleep. Gandalf, let us pass. So X hits it with Body Slam again. Hits it again. Almost enough to take it down, but it does use Takedown. Not enough to set off recoil, but Surf is able to connect and knock it out. Next comes out Cloyster. Going to go straight with Surf. It does about a third again. Supersonic. Can we break through? Hit ourselves in confusion, sadly. X is going to hit it again with Surf. Gets it almost knocked out. Hits it one more time, and Cloyster is out of there. Decent HP going into Slowbro. We got to take out Slowbro quick and hope it doesn't use Amnesia or Withdrawal. Hits us with Psychic. Brings us down to 77. We hit it with Surf. We're going to get down to under a half. It's Special Row, so we're going to have to switch to Body Slam. Body Slam gets a critical hit, and then a Potion. The next one almost knocks it out, but another Potion, and we paralyze it. It's almost there. And we got it knocked out. This is the highest amount of HP we've had going into Jinx so far. We're also level 57 now. Jinx comes out. We're going to hit it straight with Earthquake. Earthquake connects. Almost enough to knock it out, but it starts with Thrash. Thrash does 20. We're going to hit it with Earthquake and bring it out. And then finally Lapras. Lapras is all that's standing in our way. Hit it with Earthquake. Critical hit. Lapras hits Body Slam. But next one hits. Almost enough to knock it out. Confuse Ray. We just have to break through. Hit it with Earthquake. Very nice. We did it. And just as fast as we beat Lorelei, wow, look at that. We beat Bruno. Can't believe how easy that was. Good job, good job. Okay, if you actually want to see Bruno, we will fight the Hiker. Brings out Onyx, and then we're going to hit it with Surf. Surf, of course, is going to knock it out. Oh, we went for Ice Beam. Oops. And then bring out Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan comes out. We're going to use Surf. Really good, nice damage. Next out is Hitmonlee, and I'm going to go ahead and let Past Me take over, because you're going to like this little dialogue with chat. I don't... What? You mean the Hiker? That's his name, Hiker. Why don't we talk about Hiker? I never made that correlation, though, that we don't talk about Bruno. That's hilarious. Alright, now that Passion shenanigans are over, we're going to go ahead and go against Agatha. We'll go ahead and use all of the rare candies at this point. We're just going to hit it straight with Earthquake and almost knock it out. Realistically, I should have used them before Lorelei, but live and learn, as they say. We're able to knock out Golbat with an Ice Beam. Next comes out Haunter. Haunter, we're going to go straight for Earthquake, and it is enough to one-shot it. Very, very nice. Next comes out Arbok. Arbok, we're going to also hit with an Earthquake, and it knocks it out in one hit. And then last out is level 60 Gengar. This is a scary one. Hit it with Earthquake, and it's enough to take it out due to a critical hit. And just like that, we've defeated Agatha. Very, very nice. Really quick and easy. And then we're going to advance towards Champion. Going into Champion, I have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do with Ice Beam. The only part that's going to be a little bit scary is Gyarados. I don't really have a set idea to do with Gyarados, other than, of course, just going straight at it with Body Slam. I was going to use the Rare Candy to reset experience, but I decided against that last second, just because I'm going to save them for Blue. So going into Lance, here we go. Sends out Gyarados, X goes out, X is going to start straight off with Body Slam. Body Slam is looking to be a 3 to 4 hit KO. Dragon Rage connects, of course, does 40. Second Body Slam connects, we should be able to get a 3 hit. Nice, got the 3 hit, and it's pretty much home free from here. We're going to go straight in with Ice Beam against Dragonair, 1 hit KO. Very, very good. X-Gross level 65. Second Dragonair comes out, Ice Beam connects, 1 hit KO. Aerodactyl comes out. This one is scary because it is quicker, but its wing attack barely does anything. And Ice Beam connects, it hits it out with one shot. And then last out is Dragonite. Dragonite gets hit with Quad Super. So we now need to prepare for the Champion. We do have a pretty good counter, but the only issue is that the Champion also has Magneton, Executor, and Cloyster. We're going to go ahead and use our last 2 rare candies and then go straight into the Champion. Here comes fight number 1. This is it. Going straight in. Champion's going to send out Sandslash. Sandslash goes out. X goes out. Starts straight to the Surf. We are able to outspeed, thank goodness. We hit it, and we're able to knock it out in 1 hit. Very nice. Second out comes Alakazam. Alakazam is scary, but we do hit with Body Slam, and it is enough to 1 hit KO it. Nice critical hit there. Out comes Executor. I have Ice Beam. I'm going to go with Ice Beam. Ice Beam is going to be a 2-hit KO, but it starts with Leech Seed. Leech Seed is very bad because it's going to sap health from us every single turn if we don't knock it out. Magneton comes out. Earthquake connects. Is it enough to knock it out, though? It is not enough to knock it out. So Leech Seed takes us and can get hit with a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt connects and hits us down to 85. Earthquake connects on the second one and then knocks out Magneton. Very, very nice. Third out is Cloyster. This is not looking good, though, with our HP and Leech Seed. We hit Surf. Cloyster takes about a third, and then we get hit with Leech Seed and Spike Cannon. Spike Cannon hits once, twice, and the good. Hit it with the second Surf. This is going to be a 4-hit KO unless we get a critical. Very nice. We might be able to get a 3, actually, because of that roll. Spike Cannon connects again. Please stop. Hit 3 times. We're almost there. We're going to hit the 3-hit or the 4-hit. And it's not enough. Oh, no. Spike Cannon connects and knocks us out, sadly. Attempt number 2, we are going to finally teach Blizzard. I was trying to save this because it does have very, very low PP compared to Ice Beam, and we don't have infinite amount of items to reset it. But Blizzard is amazing in Gen 1. So here we go. New champion music for attempt number 2, and then let's see if we can fare any better this time. Out comes the rival. We're going to send out Sandslash first, of course. X is going to go straight out level 67, uses Surf. And then this should knock it out with 1 hit. And then, of course, it does. Very, very nice. Next out is Alakazam. Alakazam, we're going to go straight with Body Slam. We're going to hope it knocks it out, but it does not. But nice paralyzation. Very good. Second Body Slam is able to knock it out. Executor comes out third. Hit it with Blizzard. Blizzard connects. Very, very good. And it's almost enough to one-shot it, but it does get off Leech Seed. Going to hit it with a Body Slam to take it out. Very, very nice. Next comes out Magneton. We need to hope for a 1-turn kill or to paralyze. Hits us with Thunder Wave, though, sadly, and paralyzes us. It hits us with Thunderbolt, and please stop. Okay, we hit it with Blizzard. We're down to 82, though. Blizzard is not enough to take it out, though. Oh, no. Nice. But that's not nice. Thunderbolt connects and knocks us out. Attempt number 3, going in with the same stats that we used on the last one. Sandslash, of course, is going to be a nice and easy one-shot, except I did replace a move with Mimic. Now, will we get to see Mimic in action? Next comes out Alakazam. Alakazam, we're going to immediately Mimic Recover. Uses Kinesis and lowers down our accuracy. Earthquake misses. Alakazam just recovers. Second Earthquake connects. Will it be enough to knock it out, though, because we don't have Body Slam? It is not, but he does recover, so no damage. Second Earthquake connects. Of course, this is going to take it out because the first one was so close. Very nice, but our accuracy is down. This is actually scary. Blizzard misses, gets hit with Leech Seed. Second Blizzard does connect, though, thankfully, It's not enough to kill it. It's almost enough, though. And then we are able to evade because we're already leeched. I miss again, though. That Kinesis is just destroying us. Miss again. Executor using Leech Seed again. Earthquake finally connects, though. And next is out is Magneton. It's going to be a 2-hit KO. First Earthquake misses. Magneton hits Thunderbolt. And stop. Stop. Oh. Critical hit. Okay. Alright, attempt number 4. This has got to work. I'm running out of champion themes. Might have to go in the X and Y era. So we're going to connect with Surf, and this will, of course, be a one-shot. We already know it's going to be a one-shot. Goodbye, Sandy Slash. We knew you well. Next out is Alakazam. Alakazam, we're, of course, going to mimic Recover, and that's just to give us recovery in case we do get leech-seeded. And then Earthquake connects. Is it going to be enough to one-shot it, though? That is the question. Nope, it's not enough overall, but he does use Full Restore. We're going to go ahead and use Earthquake again. It's going to connect. High roll, we do that time. Nice critical hit. We knock that Alakazam. Comes out Executor. Blizzard. Hopefully freeze or critical hit. Nice critical hit. We take it out. Very, very good. Going in nice time with full HP. And a critical hit should not knock us out. Hit Earthquake. Earthquake connects and gets. No, it just knocks it out. We got the roll. Last out is Cloyster. Cloyster, we already know that we need to Surf and Blizzard it down. Hoping by using Blizzard to get the freeze, but I really should be using Surf here. This is just a misplay on my part, 100%. Second Blizzard does not connect, does not freeze. Spike Cannon again, slowly whittling us down. Actually, can do it 5 times. Wow, that took forever. And then we're going to go ahead and use Surf. Cloyster's going to hit yet again. It's one more hit, and then we'll be at the final Pokemon. Spike Cannon hits twice that time, but we missed Surf. 95% accuracy. Surf connects finally, and then with that being said, Cloyster is down. The final Pokemon is out. Flareon uses Quick Attack, does a little bit of okay damage, but we do connect with Surf. Surf hits, and it is enough to knock it out. And now with that being said, Blue is defeated. Level 68, not level 69, but still nice nonetheless. Blastoise got a time at double speed of 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 21 seconds. Very, very good. I wish it could have been level 69 for the meme, but all in all, this was a really good run overall. We did get hard-walled at the end, but that does happen from time to time. I was not expecting to lose to Koga either, but, you know, it just happens sometimes. Blastoise did prove me well, though, on my very first playthrough of it, and 4 hours and 7 minutes in game time. Very, very good. GG, Yellow.